Hello friend, in this video I will teach you what is data type and how we use it and why we use it data type, and later on we'll discuss about variable, that what is variable, how we declare it, how we initialize it and assign value to it, and how what are the three ways we are using our variable and how we use it. So let's start. So the most commonly data type are used in any programming language, that is string and that is numbers. So what is string? First, a data type is used to store any type of data. Mean if we are having a data that is like a sentence, we want to say something, or we want to print in console something, and that is in sentence, so we use string for that. String is used to store data. String is a data type that is used to store sentence, and numbers are used to store numbers. Now we'll start from here. Undefined, which you do not define it right now, and null is used to store, null is nothing, and boolean is used to store whether true or false, and string I told you to use to store sentences. Symbols are used to store some special type of symbols. We'll talk about it later in upcoming videos while we are using it. And objects are used to store a lot of different type of key value pair. We'll also talk about later in this while we are using and defining it. Now come to variable. What is variable? A variable is used to store used to store data, like we want to store some numbers, or we want to store some string, whatever we are using to store in our program, and we want to do some we'll say that some addition, subtraction, multiplication. We are using variable for that. So there are three types, three ways to declare the variable, and in JavaScript we'll just take start from where is used to store a data, whether you want to store it a number or you want to store it a string. So we will just write num equals to 90 will write. So this is one way to store. We'll just write var variable, and then we'll write num the giving name, declaring a variable, and after that we will assign it a value. So this is a one way to declare. We can also declare it like just only declaration of that, not assigning any value to it. So this is how we can use this. And the next is variable, and like when we use where, so we can change its value. Like if we write here some other value like 78, so that is also we can change its value. And the next way is we can define variable with let, and let is defined with let. We will take now 1 equals to, we'll write some numbers, and this is a second way. What is the difference between var and what is the difference between let? So var is used to store a data we can use in any part of the program that num we use, and like var and num we use, so we can define it in any part of the program, while let is used to store a data that is used within a scope where you declare it. In a scope you declare it, we can use here, and we cannot use outside of it. We'll talk about it later in the coming video when we are working with it. And one is const. So const, you may know, or if you are having some, what we can say, we will say that you are having before some experience in programming. So const is used to store a constant value. Constant value mean a value which cannot be changed. We would define it like this. So a constant or a const is used for constant. So a constant is used to store a value which can never be changed in the whole life of program. Like we would say that where num, so if we where num, we define it once again and we change its value, like num equals to whatever value we provide it, it's not a matter, right? So that is used. Now we can change value, and while we cannot change value in this, now we can change value, like from 90 we declare it like this, and this is second way. Just I told you that you can use it, and let is something I told you that use in the scope where you declare it. And now come here, the difference between where and the difference between const. The value of where variable can be changed and the value of const cannot be changed in the whole life of program. Now if somebody tells you that what is declaration of a variable and how we can declare it, so we can declare a variable. Just I told you that if we remove this assignment operator and we declare a variable, we just write a where and we write name to it, or we have given name to it. So it is a type of declaration. We can declare a variable or we can give name to variable. It will occupy space in the memory, and when we assign equal and after equal, look into this, if we just assign equal, so it will give us error, because we need to assignment operator is used. When we put assignment operator, we need to use some value, whether that is string, whether that is whatever that is, but we need to assign it as a value. First we will assign it like this, value will assign it 89, and later on we will just define one more variable with, like we'll use our name. So in our name we will define a string value, like we will say that MB and Creativeprogrammer, like MB Creativeprogrammer. Now one thing more, if we write a semicolon at the end of each sentence or in each line, so we can write it, it's not a matter. But if we want to remove it, so it is still not a problem and it will not give us a problem. But it is good practice to write semicolon, because you would have easy clear understanding that if we use it, so it means that we have finished our sentences. You will not be having a problem. So that was all about how we can declare what is data type, how we can declare variable, and 3 ways, and we'll talk about it later, that how we use var, how we use let, and how we use const. And this is a string, so it is easy, not that much tough. But if you want to just look into this, and I told you before in a previous video that if you want to write some comments are those texts that are ignored by a compiler. So you can, if you want to write single line comments, so you can write like this. You can to backslashes, and if you want to do on the easy way, and if you in any programming language, if you do not know how to write comments, so just control and slash, you just press slash with it, it will consider as your comments. Like we'll do in the next way, control and backslash, control and backslash. You will just write control and backslash. That will be considered in any programming language. If you do not know how to write commands, you can press control and backslashes. It will be all automatically your comments. And if you want to write like multi-line comment, there are 2 type of comments. So you can write with slash and asterisk symbol. You can see that the entire thing is been considered comment. But if you want to write your comment up to this, so you can again press asterisk and slash. backslash, so it will be considered your comments, and this part is now not a comment. And later on, if you want to print something on console, so in the previous video, if you did not watch that, I will recommend you and paste the link in the description. You should watch that. You will be having clear concept that how you can write something if you want to write in the console. So you will write console, it automatically comes console.log, and after log our name, and after our name, this is your this is your console part, and just click here and come here, right, with run without debug, and it has been started, but later on it continues. Now it will work. Yes, we'll open a new terminal, and we'll come here, we'll come to this part, and this is, you can see that this is MB Creativeprogrammer. So it is all about how you can write what is data type, how you can write variable, how you can assign value to it, what is assignment operator, how you can print something on it in a terminal, how you can write comment, multi-line and single line comment. So that was all about, guys, that about your data type variable. If you are new in this channel, please subscribe it and press like. That will help us in a coming video, because we are going to make video for you, and this is a complete list of playlist of JavaScript. So be with us, and thank you for watching.